It's Week 16 of the NFL. And front and center is McCole Hardman, author of an 1,100-yard season so far and hoping to add more. It's the Bears and the Browns, and it's all up next.
We're the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Cleveland Browns. Brandon Gaudin joined as always by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Bears in this one, you figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and they totally understand it, not just by running the numbers, but those numbers do play into it because you've got one of the better passing offenses in the league, a top 10 unit, going up against one of the poor defenses in the league. So I think we're going to see these guys take some shots downfield. But right from the start, I expect them to attack and get right after them.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading them out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural, Deshaun Watson.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers.
Looking to throw right away is Watson. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
To about the 40-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And again, it's Chubb. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Here's Watson. Throw complete to Bell. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now it's Watson. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
It's a gain of 4. Exit 3rd and 2.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
A gain of 1.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call. And they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Fields on first down. And that is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action. It's Fields. And this one complete to Smith. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now it's Fields. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where do they go?
Anywhere and everywhere, but they have to do it with a plan. And I think about Atlanta a bunch of years ago. They decided they wanted to get what they thought was going to be a franchise quarterback, and indeed he is, Matt Ryan. But they had to supplement it. They went free agency, got a running back, came back and traded back into the first round in the same draft to get a left tackle to protect him. Really supplemented that pick, complemented that pick, and went to the playoffs the very next year.
Maybe they can use that and carbon copy it. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 48-yard line.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. All fumbles are costly, but that one really hurts because he had the first down.
Yeah, that's all he needed, right? But the problem is we coach these guys to try and get more, but that doesn't count if you don't bring the ball with you, does it?
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of the game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 34. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Watson. And this one is incomplete. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Completes it to Hardman. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Hands it off out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And that would get a wide up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone, probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. He takes this for 3 to the 29. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Watson now to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Sanders' kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Fields. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. To throw is Fields. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
On 1st down, it's Fields. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Complete. Smith has it. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Fields. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Browns set to take over. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Watson. His throw incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Hardman on the return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Fields now to throw. Quick hitter. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. That makes it 3rd and 4.
Watson. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. Oh, good move.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
Watson looks to throw again. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Watson going to keep it again. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson. He's looking deep for Bell. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, They had to punt it away, this time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On play action, Fields. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbound.
Previous play is under review.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now a first down throw, Fields. And he whips that one incomplete there. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Fields. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shout along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. Now a hit and a loose football. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second and a couple. Fields. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They'll try and run for it. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stopped him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And this Browns defense stands tall. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Here's Watson. He's got a man. It's his fullback. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. Now a dump off here complete. 4 yards the pickup. First down. Watson trying to get his guys moving. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Again, it's Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now. Here's Hardman to return. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. And the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 14-3 advantage already, we'll see how much they want to try to push things, if at all. Out of the gun, Fields. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Field. dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On first down, Fields. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again is Fields. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Fields on first down. Goes right back to Smith again. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. To throw is Fields. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Throwing on 3rd down. Fields. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This one fielded at the 5. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll begin with a matchup of the two preeminent NFC teams of the 1970s. Minnesota heading south to take on Dallas. And in the second quarter, it's the Vikings who are out on top. The Vikings locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head to Hard Rock Stadium to check on the Dolphins at home in Miami. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. 2 touchdown passes there for Tua Tagovailoa. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. The Texans trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards. On second down, they'll run it here. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. From the gun, here's Fields. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Losing 3. It's 3rd down.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end, because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
So the field goal unit is coming on here, and boy, this is going to be darn near impossible. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Watson now to throw. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now Chubb running right. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. That right there, good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Chubb will get the call running left. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down. Now it's Watson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner, because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. On 2nd and 7, Watson. That's complete to Bell over the middle. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Handoff, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Dances by him. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 18. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. A shotgun snap, Fields. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On first down, it's Fields. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields. Smith catches left side. He's got room at the 30, and he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's a give up the middle. He will push his way down to about the 14. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. And not what you want to see this late in the season. The medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Fields. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the right hash here. Should be an easy one. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. After that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
The Browns drive about to get started. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
From the 31, Watson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Roquan Smith coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 44, Watson. Throw complete to Bell. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. To the air yet again, Watson. And this one too low.
Watson's pass intended for number 88, incomplete. Jalen Johnson on cover.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He'll get this, and it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. 46 yards on the ground for him so far.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And the Browns getting set to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
Watson's pass complete to Nick Chubb. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Justin Jones brought him down. A gain of a yard.
Here's Watson.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
He's looking deep for Bell. And that is incomplete.
Watson's pass intended for David Bell. Incomplete. It's now
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the 2nd half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass. You don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. This a 43-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, that's out to Chubb, complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
Here's Watson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now Watson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 44, Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Back to the air. Watson on 2nd down. Bell brings it in across the formation. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 21. And Chubb will try the middle here. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything, and here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 9, he got 8, and that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And the Browns are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get your reset. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Locating Bell on the sideline. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. benefit of replay. That's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Watson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Bears will get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to work. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Carry on victory on Trickle. A gain of 4 is now 2nd and 6.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Bears, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will head home next week to take on the Washington Commanders. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.